The Honourable Taylor Martin.
Mr President, we come together today 8 days after the imaginable horror that unfolded on the evening of December the 14th, 2025. There at Bondi Beach, what should have been a place of light and celebration during the first night of Hanukkah, what should have been a moment of unity and hope, became a scene of unthinkable hatred as an extremist Islamic State-inspired terrorist attack that has stolen 15 precious lives, profoundly wounded dozens more physically and mentally, permanently, and has stolen the innocence and peace that the shores of Bondi, the city of Sydney, our state, our nation, should be able to take for granted, which we no longer can. I wish to express my condolences to the friends and families of those who were tragically murdered at Bondi Beach. No words spoken here today can ease the pain of such a loss. And I hope the people that are affected, those friends and families, know that they do not grieve alone. The whole country stands with you. This attack was not just an assault on individuals. It was an assault on our shared values, on tolerance, on diversity, on the right to gather freely and celebrate without fear. It targeted the Jewish community deliberately during a festival of light in a nation that prides itself on fairness, mateship, tolerance and equity. Yet, in the face of this darkness, we have seen overwhelming light, the heroism of bystanders who risked their lives to help, the swift response of first responders, the outpouring of support from across Australia and the world, and the unbreakable spirit of the Jewish community in Bondi and across Australia. Hanukkah teaches us all that a small flame can overcome great darkness. Today we commit to carrying that flame forward through stronger action against anti-Semitism, a very specific form of prejudice against Jewish people, as individuals or as a group. We must all come together as Australians in order to protect other Australians and guests here in our country. Nobody should feel unsafe here. Our public spaces must be made safe again for all. How we do that exactly is a topic for debate for other days, beginning tomorrow here in this place, but not today. Bondi Beach is not a place that we want to be remembered or known for this particular terror attack. Bondi Beach is an iconic, famous place for very good reason. It is the place where we take our visitors. It is where families gather, where friendships are formed and where memories are made, where so many visitors come here and are welcomed as they always have been and they should be. That is exactly what was happening in the early evening of December the 14th. To the victims and their families, we mourn with you. We memorialise those who were taken too soon by remembering who they were beyond this tragedy. They were parents, they were friends, they were children, colleagues and neighbours. Their lives mattered and they will never be forgotten. I also want to acknowledge the first responders and members of the public who acted in moments of fear and confusion, that your courage, your compassion and professionalism reflect the very best of our shared values. In times of crisis, Australians look out for one another, and that spirit was evident in the aftermath of this attack. Police, ambulance, local fireys, the SES that were there to help within seconds, if not minutes, New South Wales health staff and other medical professionals, some of which were my own family that were there when the victims were rushed in to the emergency and ICU wards in local hospitals. Surf lifesavers that were on the scene providing their care straight away. Ordinary Australians and visitors who instinctively leapt into action to assist everybody on scene. And even in the hours and days after, to donate much needed blood. Moments like this test us. They test our resilience, our sense of safety and our faith in the future. But they also remind us of the importance of our community of offering help and choosing kindness even when it can feel the hardest. In the days ahead, there will be time for reflection and for difficult conversations, particularly tomorrow, as we carry out our responsibilities here as legislators in this place, to do what we can in the immediate aftermath to address some of the gaps in our law. This afternoon, however, our focus must be on caring for those who are hurting and supporting those who are grieving. In my time here in this chamber in the past 8 years now, I've been reminded time and time again that Sydney is really just a big, small town, Mr. President. What happened there in Bondi is not some abstract event overseas on our TV screens or in our social media feed or in our newspapers. It's actually touched every single one of us, some directly and some maybe just by 1 degree. I want to extend my deepest condolences to all those friends and family who are grieving beyond belief today. We stand with you and we commit to supporting the community throughout the days, months and years ahead. As is said around the world, never again, not as a reference to history, but as a reiteration that we must be eternally vigilant to these threats and never, ever again complacent.